Hello and welcome to another Zenphi tutorial. As you can tell by the title of today's video, we're going to be going over how you can create a simple Zenphi flow to be able to automate the process of approving your leave request in under 5 minutes. So let's go ahead and get started. The first step that we have to do in any Zenphi flow is to set up our trigger, which in this case is a Google form trigger. It's going to start the flow whenever a form response is submitted. So all we have to do is set up our connection by clicking on the plus icon here. After you click on Authorize, which is going to grant Zenphi permission to access your Google form responses, you're going to select the Google form by clicking on this Drive icon, which is going to open up your Drive and allow you to select the form. Here are the questions that I have added to the form that we'll be using for the example: their email, type of leave, start date, end date, etc. Now, the first action that we're going to use is called Lookup User Information. What this is going to allow us to do is to be able to access the user's information, for example, their full name, user primary email, etc. So after you set up your connection to Google directory, we're going to want to indicate the ID or email of the user. So since that is one of the questions, we're going to click on the chain icon, which is called a token picker. It allows us to enter data from previous steps. So I can select the user email from one of the questions on the form. Then I'm going to go ahead and retrieve their manager. That way they're able to approve the leave. So using the lookup manager action, once again, you're going to set up your connection to Google directory. And here you have to indicate the email of the user. You can get it from either the trigger or you're going to be able to retrieve it from the previous action as well. These two actions that I'm using are just to be able to format the start date and end date. So for both of these, I'm using the format date time. Here where it says date, I'm selecting the token picker and I have the start date here and the end date. So the only thing I did was change the format in which it's displayed. I did the exact same thing for the end date. And then we want to go ahead and send it to the manager for approval. So what we're going to do is use an assign task action. Here you can edit the task name and task description. As you can see, I edit their email. You have access to all of the information from those two actions here, as well as the fields from your form. Down at the bottom where it says assign email, I'm going to be adding their manager. So we go to lookup users manager, we can get their primary email. I'm also using their full name in the body of the email, so it's more custom. Feel free to use the token picker to add any information that you think is necessary for their email. Here I've added the information that they filled out on the form. And then depending on if they approved or not, we want to take a different route. To do this, we're going to use an if condition. So this action is called if condition, and you can set different clauses. Here I've indicated to follow the true range when the response outcome is equal to approve. Now, if they were rejected, we want to go ahead and notify them via email. So here we're going to be using the send email Gmail action. We're going to add their primary email in the recipient, and here you can customize the body. We're going to do the exact same thing if they were approved. However, here we're going to let them know that their request has been accepted. Again, you can personalize the email, add some formatting. And then after that, what we're going to do is use this update Gmail vacation action. This is going to allow us to be able to add emails as auto replies for that period that they're going to be out of office. So here you can indicate their email, personalize the body of the email that they're going to be sending out, and you can also decide if you want to restrict it to only their domain, to only their contacts, and if you want to enable auto reply. Down at the bottom, we're able to select the start time and end time of these emails, so you can choose that from the form. So by clicking on the token picker, we can select it from our trigger. And that would be everything. Now what we're going to do is do a test run, so you can select a form response to start. Here we can see it has gone through all of the steps and it has sent out the task. So if we open up our email, this would be what the task would look like. So here we can either approve or reject it. We also have all of the information we added here using the token picker. So after we click on reject, we can go ahead and see that it has sent the rejection notice. So if we open up our email, this is what that email would look like. And as you can see, it can be very simple to be able to automate this process. This is going to ensure that you never miss out on a leave request and they're taken care of as quick as possible. In the description, you're going to find a link to book a free demo meeting with our specialized team in case you're looking to learn more. If you have any questions, you can leave them down in the comments section, and check out the rest of our YouTube gallery if you want to learn about different use cases. Thank you so much for watching.